field hockey show. We are live. Good morning. Happy weekend to everyone. Happy Saturday. What a morning, too. Coffee tastes better. Everything is just better after a winning night. Last night was awesome. 10-0 sweep. I mean, that kind of shit doesn't happen in baseball. I mean, you'll probably have that happen once or twice during the football season. You'll sweep like a 7-0 slate. It's more common. In baseball, there's so much variance. That's rare. So that was awesome. 15 games today, but I think I only have 6 or 7 bets. I forget. I'm skipping a lot of games. We'll see where Toast is at, too. I don't even know where he's at on most games. Let's run the intro and get it started. And the intro's not running. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. Did it just freeze on me? Oh, we're back. I don't know. The intro didn't work. Fuck it. Let's just get started.
I was like, everything looks normal, but yeah.
It like froze when I tried to do the intro. Whatever. Let's run a poll. Astros, Yankees. Over, under. All right. Poll is running. Cast your votes. I was on Houston -1.5 last night. That paid out. I'm going right back to Houston on this one on the money line. And look, I know I have this weird feeling Verlander's going to get hit up, which scares me a little, but there's no numbers to show that. Verlander was excellent in the month of July. Hold on, let me pull my notes out. So in the month of July, Verlander's got a 1.69 ERA. He's truly pitching great. Keep in mind, this dude won the Cy Young last year. So, I mean, a couple bad road starts for the Mets, and people seem to just wrote this guy off. He's pitching great right now. In my opinion, the Astros should be up 2-0 in this series. Shouldn't be split. I think they should have won that game on Thursday. Look, like I said, I think there's a chance that the Yanks get the Verlander, but there's just no way I can bet the Yankees here. Nestor Cortes making his first start back. Did he make any rehab starts, Toast? Nestor Cortes?
He did some stuff in the lower levels, but not Major League Baseball, no.
Right, that's right. I actually saw a replay of him making a rehab start. That's right. So I think the Astros have gotten to – actually, I think I have a graphic right here. Yeah, here are the game logs for the recent lefty starters against the Astros. You can see they've gotten to every single one of them. 3 earned runs on McClanahan, 3 earned runs on Heaney, 5 earned runs on Sears, 2 earned runs on Hogan Harris. That's the last 4 lefties they've seen. I expect them to get to Nestor Cortes. Not to mention, Houston, they're fired up for this series. This is not at all a flat spot, and Houston's got the better team.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think the Yankees got lucky getting one from Houston the other day, but I'm on Houston money line, but I also like Houston first 5 on the run line at -102. I do not have any inclination that Justin Verlander gets hit up today. I think he comes out and absolutely shoves like he always seems to do. His last 3 starts against these Yankees, he's had 2 of them this year. The first one at home in Citi Field. I understand he plays for Houston now, but at home in Citi Field at the time, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Cool. Then he went on the road to Yankee Stadium, 6 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs. The year before that, 2022, at Yankee Stadium, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. So the Yankees really haven't put up more than 1 run against him since 2019. So if they do that today, congratulations, but I'll take my chances with Houston and all those big bats.
To answer your question in the comments, yes, Yankees lineup is confirmed. Aaron Judge is playing.
Yes. He's gonna sit. He's gonna sit. They've talked about this. He's gonna sit every other few games. So if they have 2 games on a weekend or 3 games in a weekend, he's probably gonna sit one of them until he's fully healthy for the rest of the year. That's just how they're going to do it. That's just how they
run right now. He can't run.
Yeah, I know. But they don't. They have a. It's like they have a mental block when he's not in the lineup. So.
Well, and you know who else can't run is Stanton. Have you ever seen him trying to leg out I don't know if he's hurt. You ever see him try to leg out a couple games ago? He tried to leg out a grounder. I was like, dude, is he all right? Like, he looked really slow.
He's just all power. Like, look at him stand in the box. He doesn't even move.
I feel like Marlon Stanton was like a freak, though.
He used to be, but injuries kill that.
Yeah. Our polls all over Houston. 83% of our viewers bet the Astros. Just 8% betting the Yankees. Wow.
I mean, Giancarlo Stanton has the body of a Hulk, but the hamstrings of like a 70-year-old man.
He's got 70-year-old hammies. Raise at Tigers here. Second game out. Let's run a poll. Rays, Tigers, over, under. Okay. Poll is running. Cast your votes. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I think Toast does have a bet on this one. This is a pass for me. I wanted to get to Tampa, which is weird. You would think I would want to get to the Tigers. It was at minus 142, minus 145 in that range again, and I wanted to go right back to them. I had a full unit on Tampa money line yesterday. The Rays' recent numbers, and when I say recent, I mean over the past month or so, against left-handed pitching is not impressive at all. They did get to one lefty recently. I forget who it was, but besides that, they really haven't been getting to left-handed pitching, and I like Scooble pitching at home. So that's just too much resistance for me to lay the minus 140, minus 145 juice. If I had to pick a side, it would be the Rays, but I'm just going to pass here.
I'm taking Detroit first 5 with Scooble at plus money. Obviously, it was a pass for me on this game yesterday. I didn't really want to pay that price with the Rays, and I still don't want to pay that price with the Rays. I understand they looked good yesterday, but Scooble at home has been fantastic. He's only got 5 starts on the year. 3 of them have been at home. Toronto, Oakland, San Francisco, 2 of them 4 innings, no run. The other one 5 innings, no run. So his 2 road starts, he got hit up pretty hard. I don't expect that to happen here today. It's the Rays. It's very possible, but at plus money in this first 5, I do think there's an advantage. Savale's been really good too. But at the same time, that's just a pure price thing for me. I don't think it should be like that. So I think that Scooble will keep Detroit in this game. We've seen guys like Torkelson and stuff like that be able to hit balls. So I'll take my chances. It's only a half a unit play, but again, at plus money, it's hard to not like that.
Yeah, I mean, I like Scooble. To his point about Savale, he does come from the AL Central. So this Detroit lineup knows him. They know this guy. Yeah. I like Savale, and he's having a good year, but it's something to keep in mind. Looks like the comments are back and forth. Harrison's on Rays. I saw D Money said he's taking the Tigers. PWD said Rays too. Let's see what the community thinks. Wow. Holy shit. Everyone in the comments voted for the Rays. 81% of our viewers betting Tampa, 11% Tigers, 4% under, 2% over. There's a win for the under country. Let's move to the next game. Braves at Cubs. Braves, Cubs, over, under. Poll is running. Cast your votes. This is another pass for me. You want to know why it's a pass? Because when I looked at it, I spent about probably 5 minutes scrolling through the numbers, seeing where I wanted to get to, and I was leaning towards the Cubs, and I was like, I'm not doing this again. Javier Assad on the mound. I'm not going to fade the Braves and take another L. So I'm just going to pass.
Yeah, it's Cubs or pass for me. It's really hard for me to get behind a dog like this that's so public. Right. It just seems like everybody's on the Cubs. That's why I passed on the game yesterday, and it's probably why I'm passing here today. It is why I'm passing here today. I'm not a Bryce Elder guy, but at the same time, Javier Assad who has been pretty damn good, not really as a starter, but pretty damn good.
I was going to say, why don't I know him?
It's essentially like a bullpen day for the for the Cubs. But regardless, it's just really hard not to. If it wasn't so public, maybe I could get there. Everybody's available for those Cubs in that bullpen, but at the same time, it's so public. It's just not a place I want to be.
Yeah. And I don't know if I've ever seen a day where the first 3 games in these polls, everybody, we're talking 80% or more on one side. Everyone's betting the Astros, everybody's betting the Rays, and everyone's betting the Braves. 80% of our viewers betting Atlanta, 8% Cubs, 6% over, 5% under. Let's move on to game number 4. Marlins at Rangers. Let's run a poll. Marlins, Rangers, over, under. There we go. Poll running. Cast your votes. I'm taking a shot with the fish here. I'm going to take Marlins money line. You can probably get it like plus 168, plus 170, somewhere in there. Actually, I think it dropped a little. Maybe like plus 160, 165. Taking a shot here. Just a half unit. Nothing crazy. And it's just the fade of John Gray. And Toast is the one who started the fade John Gray trend about a month and a half ago. He started that. So to sit here, he's about to tell you he's on the Rangers. I don't get it because he started the fade John Gray trend. John Gray in his last 7 starts has a 6.49 ERA, 6.49, 4.83 expected FIP. Plain and simply, just shouldn't be priced as a minus 200 favor right now, in my opinion. Look, I don't trust the Marlins bats. It's also a bullpen day for the Fish, and I don't trust the Marlins bullpen. That being said, what I will say about the Marlins bullpen, and Toast could probably attest to this, they don't have, if you take, when we look at a bullpen, normally what we do is we assess like their top 3 arms, right? Because those are generally the arms you're going to see in a win. You see the 7th inning guy, the 8th inning guy, the 9th inning guy. What the Marlins do have is they have a deep bullpen. They have guys like Sharkwa, Okert, Nardi, Tanner Scott, Robertson, all available today. AJ Puck, not available. Thank God. That's a positive. So what I will say is the Marlins do have a lot of serviceable arms. I just think they lack the elite arms. But in a bullpen day, a lot of serviceable arms is what you need. Look, the Rangers are heavy favorites for a reason. They're hitting the shit out of the ball. Just fading John Gray, and I think the Marlins bullpen, all those arms could actually put up a decent performance. So I'll take a shot at the big plus price.
Not for me. Love the fact that I've been loving fading John Gray for a month now or so, but I just can't do it today. Look, I've been riding this Texas team, and I'm going to continue to do it here. Not the biggest John Gray fan, but I do think that the fact that they went out and got Monty, they went out and got Mad Max, very similar to the other guys on that roster. I think this is kind of like a job interview for them. So I expect John Gray to come out and pitch pretty well here today against this Marlins team that I honestly, they've scored 4 runs the last 2 games. They had 1 game against that in the Phillies series where they scored 8 runs. Besides that, here's their run scored for the last 10 games: 2.29, 1-2-8-0-6-7-1. So every once in a while, one time against Detroit, one time against the Rays, they exploded. I just don't see that happening against this Texas team. If John Gray would be the one to do it, but like I said, it's just one of those things where I think you're going to see some decent performances out of these Texas pitchers because they're all fighting they all want to pitch in the postseason. You're going to see, you already seen Perez get moved to the bullpen, so obviously that there's movement around there. So, and then John Gray, I just will say he has 2 starts against Miami last year, 9 2/3 total innings, 7 hits, only 1 run. So I'll take my chances with Texas, who's just been playing fantastic baseball. I think I've been riding them now for 3 or 4 games, so I'm just going to continue to do that. All of them have been won by 2 runs or more as well. So Texas on the run line for me.
I think there might be a little bit of a gap here for the Marlins to get on the board in like the 6th and 7th inning because the Rangers do have Chapman and who the hell's their Will Smith? Oh no, who's their closer's name?
Yeah,
it is Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yeah, so they do have those guys available, but they're missing that guy before that. They're also missing Stratton probably because he threw like 30 pitches last night. So I think there's a gap there, but I mean this isn't one. Trust me, I would love to.
You can say that it's the same thing for Miami though, because Lopez threw 30 plus.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to go to the war with you here, but it's just a half unit shot for me. Let's see what the chat thinks. Looks like our poll is all over Texas. 63% of our viewers bet in the Rangers, 23% Marlins, 9% over, 4% under. Move on to the next one. Toronto at Boston. Blue Jays, Red Sox, over, under. All right, poll is running. Cast your votes. Red Sox. I mean, come on. Red Sox money line, minus 120. Playing Boston here. I mean, Toronto wins 1 game and we're just going to forget everything else we've seen this year. The Blue Jays can't beat AL East teams. Toast probably has it. Their record against AL East teams this year is terrible. That was the first time beating Boston all season. They win 1, and all of a sudden, this game's like a pick'em at home. I'm not seeing it here. Keep in mind, Jose Barrios might have the starting pitching edge over Pivetta, but the Boston Red Sox have smashed the shit out of Barrios the last 2 times they've seen him. So, yeah.
Home and away.
Yeah. Once in Fenway, once in Toronto. I mean, they've hit the shit out of them 2 times in a row. So, look, I don't really trust Pivetta, but do you trust the Toronto Blue Jays lineup without Bo Bichette? Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do I trust the Toronto Blue Jays lineup without Bo Bichette right now? The answer is no. The answer is it's a hard no. So yeah, Red Sox money line to -120, definitely a little bit square, but there's a lot of action coming in on Toronto. So there's people that like the Jays out there, which means I'm all in. Give me Boston.
Yeah, Boston for me as well. I have no problem betting on Nick Pivetta. I understand that. I actually like the fact that he's going to be back into that second guy into the game type of role that he's been so effective in this whole season for the Boston Red Sox. The record for the Toronto Blue Jays that Sauce was trying to find is 9-23 against the AL East
and
this
it's
year.
A pick'em. 9-23.
Exactly. So and Sauce talked about it. Barrios' last 2 times against Boston got shellacked out. I will say that Barrios has looked pretty decent. His last 2 starts on the road at the Chicago White Sox, who are terrible. 7 innings, 1 run, or 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs. And then against the Dodgers, who are very good, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. So not horrible, but a lot of home starts in there for Jose Barrios. They really don't want to put him on the road as much as possible. I just truly think that he's due. And I do like Pivetta in this Boston team, so I'll take my chances with Boston at a short price at home.
By the way, it's no longer Pivetta. Yes, we know it was Schreiber. Schreiber's just the guy who's going to pitch the first. But the primary pitcher is now Chris Murphy, which means it's even better because Toronto can't hit lefties. So that would even play into my bet more. I think Boston gets the Barrios, and that's the only reason that you would back Toronto here is you like Barrios, and I think Boston gets to him. So
they just and to be honest with you guys, Boston really only needs to get through like the first 4 or 5. If it's close, I truly think there's advantage because Jensen, Martin, Winkowski, Schreiber, Bernardino, they all haven't worked in 2 or 3 days. So every main arm is fresh in that Boston bullpen.
Let's see when they announced this pitching change because I looked like an hour ago and it was Pivetta. Whatever. But yeah, Schreiber is just starting. He's just going to pitch the first inning. What you need to look at is roto wire or roto grinders. You want to look for the primary pitcher because it was always Schreiber, but the primary pitcher was Pivetta, but now it's Chris Murphy, who is a lefty.
And if you're betting baseball daily, like you should probably know that by now.
Yeah. I mean, especially this year, that's become like a real common thing.
Yeah.
Our community, 49%. Betting the Boston Red Sox, 39% betting Toronto, 7% over, 2% under. Let's move on to the next one. Washington at Cincinnati. Let's run a poll. Cincinnati, big favorites here after losing last night. I did not have a bet on that game. I didn't have it on. I saw it went to extras, though. All right, polls running. Cast your votes. This is hard pass for me. I would love to sit here and be like, let's take the Nats at the big plus price, but I can't do it. Trevor Williams on the road in the Great American Ballpark. No way. Abbott's been a beast. No.
I did Reds Rangers money line parlay at plus 121 for half a unit. Yesterday I played the Reds. I said the Reds -1.5 and Boston -1.5. I ended up getting scared, didn't want to play them both. So I played them both on the money line in a parlay. They both lost. So I'm going to go right back to them today and see what happens. So, Reds had a bullpen blow up yesterday, but a little bit concerning with the Reds after scoring those first inning runs and then nothing the rest of the game. So if that happens again, so be it. But I'll take my chances at a nice plus price with both these teams winning.
Oh my God, Trevor Williams just got switched too. Doesn't matter. I'm not betting the game. That's why I didn't see that one.
I was gonna say, I should admit it's not gonna change much.
Let's see what the all right. 69% of our community betting the Reds, 14% betting Washington, 11% over, 5% under. Let's move on to the next game. Royals at Phillies. How about those Royals?
Yo, that cashed my over. That's all I know.
That's right.
I was happy as hell. I never hit overs. I'm like cursed.
Royals, Phillies, over, under. Hole is running. I mean, this is a pretty simple description here. Royals money line. Why? Because they keep winning. They've won 7 in a row, and they're giving it to us at plus 205. Again. They gave it to us at plus 210 last night. Got it. Giving it to us plus 205 again. How many times do we have to talk about the fact that the Phillies aren't hitting right-handed pitching? I mean, this price is just way off based on how these two teams are playing right now. Everyone's betting the Phillies. I'll take another shot hopefully get another big payout. Again, Kansas City has won 7 in a row, 7 straight wins. So I'll ride the Royals. I'm back on the Royals train again.
It would be Royals or pass for me. I didn't personally bet this game. Just didn't really want to get involved after that. But there's no way I would pay that price with Philadelphia. There's not a chance in the world. Sauce has illustrated more than multiple times on this show how bad Philadelphia has been against right-handed pitching. Not to say that Alec Marsh is some guy that I think is going to go out there and just completely shut those Phillies down, but it really wouldn't surprise me. Literally, we're at a point now in Philadelphia where Trey Turner can't get a hit and they're cheering him because they have nothing else to do. So congratulations for them. But it's just not one of those things I want to get to. Christopher Sanchez has been pretty damn good, especially at home. Are not great, but at the same time, he's not getting shelled. But at this Kansas City lineup, how many of the runs? 7, 9, 4, 7, 2, 10, 8, 3, 5. They're scoring runs like crazy. It's Royals or pass for me.
Yeah, and someone said in the chat, Phillies is a gift today. They're minus 240. It's the most expensive gift I've ever heard of in my life.
I can't even just okay, buddy.
Minus 240 is a gift? Jesus.
You
win. Looks like our poll went to Philly. Let's wait for that to load. I think it was 42% of our viewers betting the Phillies. 42% Phillies, 38% Royals, 11% over, 7% under. Next game, Mets at O's. Mets, Orioles, over, under. Poll is running. Cast your votes. All right, so this game went really well for me. If you remember, I split my money in half last night. Baltimore minus 1.5 and the over. I wouldn't be opposed to doing the same thing today. I'm just going to do the over, though. I'm just going to do the over 9.5. But I was thinking Baltimore minus 1.5 and over again. Just a fade of the entire Mets pitching staff, bullpen, Tyler McGill, all of it. The Mets cannot stop opposing teams from scoring runs. Meatball McGill back from the minors. This dude, were you familiar with this dude's stats on the road before he went down? Jesus. Hold on, let me pull it up. So Tyler McGill this season, his ERA on the road, he has a 7.99 ERA and a 2.23 whip. 2.23 whip. That's Madison Bumgarner territory. This dude was getting absolutely rocked every time he made a road start. Do some guys go down? Excuse me. Do some guys go down to the minor leagues and come back and with some new energy and pitch well? Yeah, we've seen it before. But this Baltimore lineup is hitting. They're scoring. They're winning games. I expect them to completely smoke Tyler McGill and Camden in this one. Prop Beaver gave out to the VIP chat, came out of retirement to record a voice message saying Baltimore team total over is his mega lock of the century. He was saying that sarcastically. But yeah, I'm expecting a lot of Baltimore runs. So I would say Baltimore minus 1.5, or I'm just going to play the over because I expect the Mets to hit up Kyle Gibson too. He's been struggling.
I kind of lean the Mets here, but I didn't play it. I'm well aware of how bad Tyler McGill is. But that offense hasn't been as bad as people think. I just don't think the offense has been as bad as people think that it's been. Obviously, the pitching is terrible. There's no question about that. But it's just a pass for me. I just have a weird feeling about this one. I just feel like the Mets steal one sooner or later. And I still don't like the spot for Baltimore. I don't know. It's just I don't have a good read on this one, so I'm not going to bet it personally. That's just how I feel. For some reason, I feel like the Mets win this game. I truly believe that.
I think if the Mets do come out hitting, right, and take a lead, their bullpen should get my over. Whether it's trying to win the game or whatever, the Mets bullpen I hate. But anyway, everybody in the world betting Baltimore. 84% of our community betting the Orioles.
Really quickly, too. Kyle Gibson, he's had his last 7 starts. 5 of them have been on the road. His 2 at home against Miami, 5 1/3, 9 hits, 5 runs, and then Cincinnati 4 2/3, 9 hits, 6 runs. So it's not like Kyle Gibson is pitching well in Baltimore either.
Yeah, I don't trust Kyle Gibson at all, which is why you see over underneath my face instead of Baltimore. Like I said, 84% of our viewers betting Baltimore, 8% over. The over beat out the Mets. Only 4% of our viewers betting the New York Mets in this one. Let's move on to the next one. Giants at A's. Let's run a poll. Giants, A's, over, under. Okay, poll is running. This is a hard pass for me. I guess I would lean Giants -1.5, but to be honest, I haven't really been betting Oakland games in about a week now. I just don't really know how to read Oakland. Just pass, no interest.
It would be Oakland or pass for me. I'm not at a spot where I think that this San Francisco team should be a huge favorite at this point. I understand that they've won their last 2 games, they've won 4 of their last 5, but they're starting to kick it into gear. But it just seems like they're winning these games like 3-2, 1-0. I mean, it's their offense. I mean, here's their last 10 games. They're 7-3 their last 10 games, but listen to the runs scored: 1-4-4, 3-4, 3-2, 8-2-1. They're literally not scoring at all, and they're somehow winning some games. Sooner or later, that's going to come back to bite you. At the same time, I'm not sure if I want to take that chance with Oakland, but with it being a little bit public, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. That's what I was just about to say, is everyone's betting Oakland.
That threw me off. So I would agree with Sauce. If I gunned to my head, I would bet it San Francisco -1.5 because of what that tells me. But when I originally capped it, it was Oakland or pass. But like I said, I did not bet this game.
Yeah. I mean, who cares about this game? I would imagine if there was a pass option, that most people in the community would be voting for the pass. But we got 42% Giants, 36% Oakland, 11% over, 9% under. Let's move on to a better game. D-backs at Twins. D-backs, Twins, over, under. Poll is running. Cast your votes. Another pass for me. Toast. Oh, you're muted.
It's the same. Sorry, I was coughing. It's the same for me. I would love to take the Snakes here, but I'm not going to lose any more money with this team. As much as they're plus money, I've lost like 3 of the last 4 nights with this team, I think it has been. And you know what's more frustrating? Just like the Giants, I mean, it was against the Giants that series, but the Snakes aren't really giving up a whole bunch of runs either. They're just not scoring themselves. So Ryan Nelson's been really good on the road. Again, I would love to bet him there, but at the same time, if the Snakes aren't scoring runs, and Maeda, only a few starts this year, as far as lately. But he hasn't been pitching bad. I mean, 2 of them against Seattle, he went 6 1/3 on both of those, only gave up 2 runs. Then he went on the road to Kansas City, who we just talked about has been hitting the ball well. And that was only a week ago. He went 5 innings, went 4 hits and 2 runs. So it's not like he's been terrible. He hasn't faced this Arizona team in a few years, so there's nothing really to go on there. But I lean the Snakes. I would love to take him at a big plus price. But as you can see, again, it seems like everybody in the world is betting the Snakes at a nice plus price. So it's just not somewhere where I want to be with a team that hasn't shown me that they can score runs.
I was actually leaning Twins, and I was leaning Twins last night too. But the thing is, Kenta Maeda is just one of those guys. When I bet him, he sucks, and when I fade him, he's the man. Everyone, if you bet on sports regularly, everyone has a few guys like that, and that like for some reason you could just never get him right. Kenta Maeda, when I fade him, he looks like Nolan Ryan, and when I bet on him, he gets absolutely rocked. So just pass for me. Let's see where the community's at. 43% Twins, 33% D-backs, 15% under, 8% over. Move on to the next one. Can we get some no passes? Let's get a game. Here we go. Here's what I'm betting. Cleveland at White Sox. Wait, is it White Sox at Cleveland? Yeah, no, White Sox at Cleveland. I'm sorry. White Sox, Guardians, over, under. Poll is running. Cast your votes.
Somebody DM'd me today and said, "Is it a Reds program today?" Swear to God.
Is it a Reds program? We are not a Reds program today. I passed.
That was funny.
So I'm on Cleveland -1.5, and the description is as simple as I am blindly fading the White Sox because the team has no bullpen. Aaron Bummer is probably the most gifted arm in that bullpen. There's nobody back there. The team has completely sold, and I know everyone's going to look at Syndergaard. By the way, those numbers for Syndergaard aren't right. Prop Beaver must have messed up the graphic. He's not 0-0, 1.69 ERA. I don't know where Prop Beaver got that, but Syndergaard, you look at his numbers at home, they're not nearly as bad. He's getting rocked this year on the road. He's not having a good year at home, but they are dramatically better. He's not nearly as bad at home. Yes, it's his first game ever pitching at home in Cleveland, but I don't trust the White Sox at all. I don't even trust their bats. I know that like sometimes they come to life, but I don't even trust anything about the White Sox. Kopech sucks. Give me Cleveland -1.5 again. I was on it last night too.
Sauce. White Sox first 5.
Oh my.
White Sox first 5. I'm not playing the full game. White Sox first 5. Let's just take a look at what Kopech has done his last, let's just say 4 starts on the road. Let's just see how bad it's been. At the Mets, 5 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run. That's all right. At the big bad Atlanta Braves, only made it 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4 runs.
Yeah, really good. Good showing there.
Yeah, great. On the road at LA, 4 hits, 2 runs.
Which LA?
The Angels. On the road at Seattle, 6 hits, 1 run. So it's not like, besides the Braves, it's not like people are just like throttling him on the road. At least his last 3 of his last 4. Again, it's just, I've been betting against the White Sox for a while now, but I just feel like at this plus price, I'll take my chances just in the first 5. I don't want to deal with this full game, but we've seen the White Sox score some runs early in these games the last couple nights, so I'll take my chances here. It's a small bet. It's just a half a unit. But
this is the hill you want to die on, the Michael Kopech hill. This is the hill you want to die on? This is where you want to make a stand?
I was on this show in front of thousands yesterday saying that I thought Wainwright would throw a perfect game. I've been in worse spots in my life. I'm going to be all right.
That's right.
I'm going to be all right.
You backed Wayno.
I didn't just back him. I backed him -1.5, and I also played him to get a win. That prevented my sweep of my props.
65% of our viewers betting Cleveland, 16% White Sox, 10% over, 7% under. Let's move on to the next one.
You know what was the worst part about that is I truly believed that I was going to cash both those bets in my head. Like there was not a doubt in my mind.
It made sense to me. Pirates on the road in Milwaukee to play the Brewers. Pirates, Brewers, over, under. Poll is up. Cast your votes.
Bailey Falter plays for the Pirates now? How did I miss that?
He does.
What?
So for this one, it didn't make. I'm sorry. I just looked at my ticket. So I gave out Cleveland -1.5 in the last game. Actually, what I ended up doing is this: Cleveland, Milwaukee moneyline parlay at +133. I'm sorry. I had Cleveland written -1.5 written down, and I forgot I changed it at the last minute. So that last game, sorry about that. The last game, I didn't bet Cleveland -1.5. What I bet is this for 0.75 unit. I have the Guardians on the money line, Brewers on the money line, parlayed for +133.75. Bailey Falter throwing his first major league pitch in basically 3 months. Pirates are also thin in the bullpen tonight. Bednar is probably available. He threw like 17, 18 pitches last night. So Bednar's available. But their 7th inning guy and 8th inning guy both won't be available. They're also missing a long reliever. Bailey Falter has failed to reach 5 innings in his last 3 starts back in May when he was pitching. So if Bailey Falter has to come out in the 4th inning of this game, the Pirates are going to be in this situation. Because like I said, that bullpen's thin tonight. I just think the Brewers are going to put up a big number. Could the Pirates get to Corbin Burns? Yeah, I don't think that's crazy to say. The Pirates have been getting to righties. They've been getting to good righties. So this is not really a bet on Corbin Burns. I actually think the Pirates might score a couple on him. I just think the Brewers themselves are going to score 7 and 8 in this one. 7 or 8 runs. So moneyline parlay with Cleveland +133. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's Brewers -1.5 for me. I don't know what everybody's seeing with Pittsburgh, but I'll take my chances. Look, they lost yesterday, but the Brewers haven't been playing well over the last 10 games. But they did have a rough stretch where they played Atlanta and then they went on the road at Washington. And I understand that Washington's not this like great team, but they have been winning series and they've been playing competitive baseball. So again, they shouldn't be losing those games, but one of them I'm pretty sure was a Devin Williams blow up. So if that happens again, so be it. But Corbin Burns has been fantastic. I have no reason to believe that he's not going to pitch well here today. Like I said, I didn't even know that Bailey Falter. It took me a second from last night to kick it in, but yeah, the fact that Bailey Falter's back in here after a couple months in the minors, it doesn't worry me at all. The fact that he's a lefty does worry me a little bit better, but the Brewers have started to hit him lefties just a little bit better. So I just think there's too many advantages here. So I'll take my chances with the Brewer Group.
Yeah, I agree. What happened was I had Cleveland -1.5 and Brewers -1.5 right on top of each other in the ticket, and then I made a last-minute decision, throw the 1.5 route and parlay it. But I'm with you. I like Cleveland. I like Brewers -1.5 too. Poll is all over Milwaukee here. 76% of our viewers betting the Brewers, 14% betting the Pirates, 5% over, 2% under. Let's move on to the next game, which is Rockies at Cardinals. You want to talk about some Cardinals baseball, Toast? You excited? Want to talk cards?
I'm okay, bro. You can sit on your high horse for the morning, though.
I am. My horse is so high.
It's like the guy at PF Chang's, that big old horse, you know?
I have the highest horse on the planet this morning. So, yes.
As you should, though.
Toast had the cards last night with Wainwright. I told him Rockies +170. He didn't listen. I'm not going back to the Rockies, though. I'm not crazy. This one is cards are passed for me. I would love to go back to the Rockies with another +170, but Steven Matz has actually been good as shit. Look at Steven Matz's recent game logs. Hold on, let me pull it up because I actually didn't write down the numbers. But I was blown away by how good he's been. Ready?
I can go through it for you. Okay.
I got it right here. 6 innings, no runs. 6 innings, no runs. 5 innings, 1 run. He's led up in his last 3 starts. He has 17 innings pitched, just 1 run. Steven Matz has been dealing. This Rockies lineup sucks against lefties. I don't see any reason to go back to the Rockies. Do I want to lay 1.5 with the Cardinals? No, but that was where I would go. If you forced me to bet this game, I would say Cardinals -1.5, maybe Cardinals money line in some kind of parlay. Cards are passed for me.
It'd be Rockies or pass for me. There's no way in hell I'd pay that price with the Cardinals. I was letting, maybe it was an emotional thing for me, but the Cardinals haven't been playing well. I played the Cardinals last night for a couple reasons. One, I thought that if there was a chance for Wainwright to get win number 99 to make it 200, they would have to be a decent spot. So Rockies out of Coors, all that good stuff. I thought it was a good spot. It wasn't. Obviously I lost. I'm not going back to him. I understand that Matz has been pretty good, but this Cardinals team has been fucking terrible. They're 3-7 their last 10. They're barely scoring. The Rockies are 4-6, so really they're playing better baseball. And the Rockies have scored 5 runs or more 2 of their last 3 games. They scored 4 the game before that, and against the Padres team that has very good pitching. So there's no way in hell I'd bet St. Louis here today. It would be Rockies or pass for me.
Yeah, the Rockies.
I did. Sorry, I did. I played Rockies team total over 3.5 at -105. That's what I played. I totally forgot that I had that on my thing.
So Rockies team total over 3.5. Got it.
Correct, at -105.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the deciding factors to put me on Colorado yesterday. Was I saw in the last 30 days their numbers away from Coors Field. When you take them out of Coors Field, their offense isn't nearly bad. It was like 12th in OPS, 14th in WRC plus. They were a top half of the league lineup in the last month on the road. Now I have Cardinals surpassed because I think Matz is dealing right now, and maybe it's the Met fan in me, but I always had a thing for Steven Matz. I think he's good, and I think we're starting to see it finally. But I'm not going to actually bet it. Did the Rockies just win the poll? Oh, it's split even. 40% Rockies, 40% Cardinals, 15% over, 3% under. Let's move on to the next one. Dodgers at Padres. Dodgers at Padres.
I didn't bet the Padres. You can't laugh at me.
Oh, it was Jay bet the Padres.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't laugh at me. I ain't dumb.
I'm so used to laughing at you for the Padres.
Look, I've matured. I'm growing up in my age. I've learned.
Do I even need to say anything? You guys know what it is. Dodgers. I don't care who's pitching. I don't care about the bullpen. I don't care about anything. They always beat this team. Every time. What is it? 27-6? in the last 2 years in the regular season. They own this team. Period. Enough said.
First of all, it's not 27-6, so
it's a lot to a little.
Let's just check that at the door. It's 19-6. But anyway,
hold on. It was 19-6 yesterday.
No, it was 18-6 yesterday.
Bro, you're subtracting the numbers. You're being a homer right now. It's
I'm looking at them right now.
35-4.
You're acting like I was on the Padres. But we won in the playoffs.
Who cares?
Padres first 5 on the run line at minus 115. And then, that's it. So Snell over Yarborough. I don't want to deal with late in this ball game. I do agree with Sauce. There's like a mental block. But Padres won the first 5 as well yesterday. They would have covered this number yesterday. They lost the game late. So I'll take my chances with Snell, who's been fantastic. I don't need to go into that. He's been essentially untouchable. I'll take my chances against Yarborough or whoever they're throwing out there.
I guess it's Grove now.
Whatever. I could care less which one of those guys. They can both go out there and switch every other pitch for all I care. I'll take my chances with the Padres in the first 5.
Doesn't matter. The Dodgers own the franchise of the Padres. And our poll,
for when it matters.
Our poll looks like it's learned its lesson from yesterday. Our poll was on the Padres yesterday. No, it wasn't. It was on the Dodgers. 73% of our viewers betting the Dodgers, 17% betting Padres, 6% over, 2% under. Let's move on to the final game. Mariners at Angels. Let's run a poll. Mariners, Angels, over, under. Poll is running. Cast your votes.
Remember when everybody made fun of me for saying that the Mariners would go on a run?
I'm still making fun of you for that.
Okay. Well, they're 8-2 their last 10, 13-7 their last 20, 20-10 their last 30.
We'll make it 8-3 in their last 11 because I'm taking the Angels money line tonight. What a segue. Angels. Taking the Angels here. 1 sec. All right, so this is not a fade of George Kirby. Toast really likes George Kirby. I don't dislike him. I think he's pretty cool. It's not a fade of him. He's been solid recently, but you know who else has been pitching really well? Tyler Anderson. And if you subscribe to this channel, you know that I'm a bit of a Tyler Anderson apologist. I like the guy. I liked him last year. He definitely had a couple rough stretches this season, but if you look at his recent game logs, Tyler Anderson's pitching pretty well. And do I love the idea that the Mariners lineup gets to see back-to-back lefty starters? No, I actually hate that. But we just saw Tyler Anderson go into Toronto and pitch a good game. We saw Tyler Anderson pitch 5 shutout innings against the D-backs. He got hit up by the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium, but who has?
Don't forget Pittsburgh. You skipped one. Your second line there. What's that second line say against Pittsburgh?
It's not that bad. A 150 whip.
No, go ahead. Just read it out. 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs.
The Mariners bullpen is in a situation tonight, and I look, I'm taking the Angels. So I think they bounce back and win. The Mariners, we were lucky to get the Mariners last night. I think they'll find a way to lose this one because they're the Mariners and they're a trash organization. So give me the Angels plus 130. Let's go.
It's Mariners or pass for me. I have not bet it yet because I'm kind of priced out.
Because Angels is the side.
No, I don't. I don't think for a second they win. But I don't want to pay minus 150, and I don't want to pay minus 1.5 at just plus 105. I'd like it to be like plus a little bit bigger than that. So, Tyler Anderson has been all right. But honestly, like I said, guys, I'm going to continue to ride the Seattle team until I can't ride them anymore. Kirby was shit his last time out on the road in Minnesota. He only made it 4 innings. Guy gave up 7 hits and 5 runs, struck out 9. But on his last 2 starts, but prior to that, on the road at Houston, 6 2/3, only 6 hits, 1 run, and then on the road in Baltimore, another 6 1/3, 3 runs. So doesn't have the best history against this Angels team either.
Did you see what happened on April 3rd?
Yeah, they lost. He gave up 9 hits and 4 runs.
Ooh,
so
to this team, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Should we go through like what the Angels have been doing lately? We can do that too if you'd like. So I won't do that. I won't do that. I won't. They scored in a loss, and then they lost before that, and before that, and before that.
I know.
So they can score 50 runs, but if you're not putting up W's, you're not going to cash that ticket. But yeah, it's Mariners are pass for me, kind of priced out here. It's
my statement about this game is this, and I think Toast would probably even agree with this. I'm not saying the Angels are going to win. I'm saying at the current price, there's more value on an Angels bet.
I would agree with that. But at the same time, that Angels bullpen is kind of taxed as well.
Yeah,
so it's not like neither team has a super big advantage deep into this game personally.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those games where who cares what the score is in the fifth inning.
I honestly, and I truly believe this, somebody's going to homer late, and that's going to be the difference in this game. It's just a matter of which team does it.
Angels. I think Ohtani's going to hit a homer. He hasn't hit a homer in a few days. He's due for a homer.
Yeah, he's God. He does what he wants.
When's the last time he hit a homer? Because if he's due.
Like 2 days ago? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I know he hit his total bases last night yet again.
Yeah, so. I'm bringing up his game logs now. Damn it. Pitching. Batting. Oh, my God. He hit a home run 2 nights ago. Never mind. Feels like it's been forever.
That's for him. That's a while, it seems like.
All right, so our poll is on the Mariners. 67% of our community betting the Mariners, 22% Angels, 5% over 4%.
Oh, that's right, because he did hit a homer. Because I don't know if you saw it, he was like almost crying in the dugout when the Mariners hit the grand slam. Man!
I see. I was so pissed. I had a bad day. I was so mad that I actually turned that game. I didn't see that Mariners grand slam, and I had Mariners in that game because I was so pissed about what happened in the Astros Yankees game that night. But all right, let's do the community parlay. Damn, what's going on with my graphics? Why aren't they playing? I don't know what's going on with the graphics, but who cares? Community parlay, let's do it. Community parlay. I believe the Reds robbed us last night.
Do you have a underdog for the day too?
No, I don't. I wish. I forgot. You have one? Why don't you make one while we're doing the community parlay?
I'm doing it right now.
All right, cool. All right. So we got Astros, Rays, Braves, Rangers for the first 4 games. Cast your votes. All right, looks like Braves taking the lead. Oh, never mind. Astros. All right. First one's going to go Astros by a mile. Astros money line.
Astros.
We'll go Red Sox. Phillies. Orioles. Giants. All right, second leg. Cast your votes. Cast your votes. Looks like Orioles are going to take this one. 5, 4. Wow. Everyone in the world is betting the Orioles here. So, yeah, I can end that right away. Orioles, money line. Next poll. We'll go Twins. Guardians.
Oh, man, it's so hard.
Brewers. And did they vote Cardinals? I guess they voted Cardinals. No, that was a tie. Let's give it to the Rockies. See if they want to throw a crazy dog in there. Twins, Guardians, Brewers, Rockies. That was the poll who tied. Cardinals, Rockies. Looks like it's going to be Milwaukee. 5, 4... What? Cleveland's coming back. 3, 2, 1. Brewers money line is the third leg. We got some favorites here. And last one. We have Dodgers, Mariners, and then some second places. Braves and Angels are the two closest. Braves, Angels. There we go. Wait. I put Mariners.
I can't make an underdog.
I put Mariners and Angels on the same thing. Whatever. They play each other, Mariners and Angels. But I guess it doesn't matter if they're both in the poll together. Who cares?
Yeah, they're just voting.
As long as they're not on the parlay together. This one looks like it's going to be the Atlanta Braves. You said you can't make an underdog?
I'm trying. It's just I forget about the singles and stuff, so I don't want to like bet a guy that doesn't hit singles
I like
when it
doing
says
the
singles.
starting pitcher earn runs. That's my go-to. All right, it's going to be the Braves as the last leg. Astros, Orioles, Brewers, Braves. Do you have a book open? Do you want me to do it?
Oh shit! Sorry.
Here, I got it right here. Astros, Orioles, Brewers, Braves comes to. Damn it! 1 sec. Astros, Braves, Orioles, Brewers. Plus 499. There we go.
That's not bad. I think that's a nice small number to get a win. That's a nice small number to get a win.
Yeah. Astros, Orioles, Brewers, Braves. So what we'll do for the underdog is we'll make up for that by on the next stream on Monday. We'll do a live fantasy draft. We'll see if we can get that working.
Yeah, follow me. I will post an underdog ticket after the show on my Twitter. I'm not doing that just so you guys follow me either. I don't care if you follow me. Just know that I will post one for underdog on my Twitter here in an hour or so.
All right. Everyone, have a good Saturday. I will not be here tomorrow morning. No show tomorrow morning. I have a bunch of stuff to do. I'm buried in football graphics. I'm so excited for the fall. Wait till you guys see the graphics I'm making. I'm doing a video for every FBS game. Should have a video upload. Every single one. Because the staff I have now and the graphics are going to be pre-rendered. You probably don't know what I'm talking about right now. I promise it's going to be cool as shit. I'm working really hard on it. So we'll be back Monday, 4 p.m. Let's have a good weekend. Let's follow up a monster Friday night with a good Saturday. Talk to you guys in the Twitter group chat. Have a good one.